Hey there, Aries. Welcome to this live reading which explores someone's feelings about you. This reading more or less covers the 2-week period between the new moon on July 17th and the full moon on August 1st. I'll be tuning into the person on your mind to find out how they're moving towards you, how they see you, and how they feel about Aries. I'll also check into whether your head and your heart are on the same page about this person or this connection. And at the end of the reading, I'll close off with what is still being held back and advice for Aries. So before I get into the tarot cards, I am going to see what you're each gravitating towards right now. So first, let's see what it is that your person may be seeking. We have here the Sacred Woman. Let's see what Aries is seeking right now. We have here Manifestation. So with this Sacred Woman, it seems like your person is really looking for a strong woman or a strong person. It says a sacred woman, but basically it's more that feminine energy. Someone who is not afraid to kind of assert themselves and kind of take up space and say, I'm here. And someone who's not going to apologize for that, that feminine energy. Someone who is bold and caring and says what they think, but also has a sense of embracing their own beauty and their kind of feminine essence. So here with this manifestation, Aries, it seems like you are really focusing on trying to be more confident, trying to align your what your heart wants, what you want to kind of create for yourself in this world, and a sense of security. It's like security in who you are. So that's kind of what I have going on for what you're each gravitating towards. So let's see how they are moving towards Aries. We have the Two of Wands here. So perhaps they are kind of spending more time with you, being more flirtatious, or trying to see where that spark might lead. So you might find that if it's not that, I guess, close of a connection, maybe you find them looking towards your way more, brushing up against you, finding more ways to kind of be in your space. If it's something that's more like physically connected, it could be like you're finding that they're texting you more, or trying to make plans to see you, kind of coordinate your events together, things like that. So let's see how they are viewing you right now. You have the Knight of Wands. So they are finding you rather attractive, rather sexy, kind of viewing you as someone who has options, someone who is maybe a bit, what's the word? Adventurous, and I'm not sure if they quite find you as super bold, but definitely curious and willing to kind of investigate and find things out and kind of see where things lead. So let's see how they feel about Aries right now. We have here the King of Pentacles. So it could be that they're seeing you as like someone who is either maybe you're good with your hands, you surround yourself with a lot of material things that kind of represent who you are as a person. Maybe they see you as someone who is definitely like focused and kind of grounded. But basically there's a sense of you being connected to the people and things in your environment. So they feel like maybe you are kind of set in who you are. Maybe that's the confidence that, of this sacred woman that they are kind of gravitating towards. So let's see what it is that your heart is saying about this person or connection. You have here the King of Cups. So your heart is feeling this connection strongly. This could be like a big love connection. Let's see what your head says about this person. You have the Knight of Swords. So like your head is kind of saying, go for it. Let's figure out where this is going. So you both kind of, you have this kind of like, I'm going to go for it energy. Let's explore this. And they think they pretty much see you as someone who's like, yeah, let's explore this. So that's definitely something that is on the same page, at least between the both of you. And it seems like your head and your heart are on the same page as well, at least for pursuing what this connection is. So let's take a look at the bottom of the deck for the influencing energy. You have the Empress card and the Justice card. And this kind of, to me, kind of indicates like sexuality, creativity, growth, that like, interesting, like it's very similar, this manifestation card. And even though that is like indicating pregnancy visually, it's very similar. It's almost like you've got the root chakra and the heart chakra, and here it's like kind of all intertwined. So with this Justice card, it's almost like saying, like, be honest. It's almost like be honest and have that discussion, or at least like know that you have that confidence, like what you're putting into this is going to be what you want. So let's take a look at some, let's clarify some of these cards. Well, all of these cards, we're going to clarify, get more information. So let's take a look at why it is you have this Two of Wands here for how they're moving towards you. You have the Four of Wands. So they really are moving towards you in a way of like they see a potential for a serious connection. For those of you who are already dating someone, maybe getting into a committed relationship. If you're already in a committed relationship, maybe moving in together. If you moved in together, maybe marriage. So this is kind of how it seems. So here, interestingly, you've got the Ten of Swords down here, the Seven of Swords. So this is like kind of liar, stealer, cheater, and this is like divorce certificate. It's almost like they are done with like pursuing things that are not going to lead them to this kind of sacred woman, someone that they want to partner with, someone that they want to provide for, to protect. And again, it doesn't matter what sex, gender, sexual orientation you are. Basically, this is like the energy of that sacred woman. So it's like that person who is going to be confident and who is true to themselves and true to what they want in life. That's what they're all about now. So let's see about this Knight of Wands here. So how they see Aries right now. Let's see about why that is. We have the Four of Pentacles. So to some degree, it seems like maybe they know you have the ability to like close people out. Like they know that if you wanted to, you would just like be like, because if you give someone that look, that cross arms look, they're not coming towards you. It's not like, hey, come get my digits. So here you've got the Ten of Cups and the Judgment card here. So it's like, yeah, they pretty much know that you are also on that same page of like, you are looking for something that's meaningful, that can lead to something long term, and you kind of are just like, nope. They think that like you are on that same page, that if you didn't want it, you'd say nope. So let's see why it is they see you as that King of Pentacles right now. We have 10 of Pentacles. Again, another card indicating like they want to create this world with you. Like they want to start a foundation. Maybe they see how you are with your own family or with your own friends, and like really you cherish the things that are around you. You have the Fool, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Pentacles down here. So it's as if they're just like, this could be an amazing connection. Who knows what's going to happen, but even just to be a part of your world, it's going to be as if like you can provide so much value to the people around you. So let's take a look at this King of Cups for what your heart is saying about this connection or this person. We have the Page of Wands. So basically, this like, it's almost like this flirtatious aspect of yourself, this like very curious and like very like, I really want to explore the possibilities aspect of your heart is really almost like very hopeful about this person. So let's see here what we have for the Knight of Swords, and like, why is it we have the Knight of Swords for what your head is saying about this person or this connection. We have here the Magician. So definitely there's that card of like manifestation. You have this manifestation card. Like really you are getting your act together. Like what you have, like if you want this to happen and if they want this to happen, then this is going to happen. And you have here like the Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. Like you can see this like aspect of confidence in yourself. They can see this confidence in you. They can see like this aspect of like really exploring each other's worlds and growing together, learning from each other. So let's see about this Justice and Empress, this energy here. Like, let's find out more about the energy for this reading. We have the Five of Wands here. Interesting. So this is a card of like conflicts, arguments. And then you've got the Queen of Cups and the Four of Cups here. So it's almost, for me, it's almost a sense of like, there's going to be ups and downs in relationships. And it's as if you're both like, both know what it is like to have people checked out of the relationship, either yourself or the other person. And you also know what it's like to connect wholly with people and being in a place where you're not compromising your own beliefs or feelings to make someone else feel better. So it's as if this concept of like the Empress and Justice, it's as if you're aware that it does take work, and you just have to say what you're feeling. You just have to be honest with yourself, honest with the other person. And if this concept of love, strength, creativity, beauty, like making this a thing, if you want to actually work on it, what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. So it's almost as if you both are kind of over the crap of relationships that don't work. You're both looking for something where you're going to put in your best foot forward, and you want someone who is on that same page and willing to put in that effort. So let's take a look at what is being like still held back. So, with the King of Pentacles here and the King of Cups, and with the this Empress card, you could be dealing with with these pentacles here, you could be dealing with like an earth sign, like Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But you also have like the Knight of Swords, the Justice card. You could be dealing with an air sign like a Libra, but it also could be any sign. So let's take a look at what's being held back. Need time to heal. Right now, I'm in a space where I need to focus on my healing and self-love. This isn't about you, it's me. So there might be some time where they kind of are dealing with stuff, but because of this Five of Wands and Four of Cups, maybe they're still dealing with that aspect. Maybe this is like more them healing those aspects of something from their past. We have Wild Side. There is a side to you I haven't seen and want to. I want to see you let loose and get wild. Let's have some fun. It's probably that Knight of Wands, that Page of Wands and Magician that's there, that Empress, that's card of like sensuality, sexuality, beauty. Let's see what else we have. We have Nervous. You make me nervous. Even just thinking about you, I get nervous. I'm not sure what to say or how to act around you. So maybe for some of you, like I said, if there is, if it's kind of newer stages, or just like look out for how they look at you, how they might kind of smile or like try to avoid your glances. Definitely there's seems to be flirtations going on. So let's get some advice for Aries. Seems like you're doing just fine, but let's see what we have here. We have this Spy card. It says someone's got their eye on you. You are doing your research. So maybe they are checking you out more than you know. But maybe just kind of like ask around about them. You know, if you're wondering if they're gonna, well, I guess you can do what you want, but obviously there's something in their past that maybe is worth knowing. But also I would say, because there's this Justice and Empress card, it's almost like let them kind of talk to you about it, as kind of what you put into it, you're going to get out of it. So if you're spying and it's found out that you're spying or like prying, then that's not great. But like I said, if you're honest and kind of ask at, whenever time is right, I guess if there hasn't even been a first date, maybe not, but it depends on the connection that you have. You have Mercury retrograde, electronic issues, communication issues, review everything. Okay, so it's a sense of make sure that make sure that if you're texting or sending emails or just a follow-up, just make sure what you say and what you're communicating is interpreted correctly. And that is a lot about Justice. It's almost like people can make assumptions based on what they're feeling about themselves, influences from the past. So it's kind of like make sure that what you are intending to put out there is being received that way. And if you kind of get something that throws you off and you're not sure about, just ask for clarification. It's not necessarily the end of the world to kind of to follow up and to make sure it's kind of like just curious, wanted to follow up on that. And then you have confession. Someone has to tell you something. So it seems like whatever needs to be said, they will be telling you. You might not need to spy on them. And this concept of like Mercury retrograde, things like communications could get messed up. So maybe waiting for them to kind of tell you themselves or have a discussion themselves is the advice from these cards here. So Aries, this is what I have for you. I hope this reading provides a helpful perspective of how someone is feeling towards you. We'll see you next time. Take care.